In today's video, I'm going to be going over exactly why your bulk has failed and how to not make the same mistakes year in, year out and actually build some muscle. Guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Max Rogers. I own a coaching company where I've helped hundreds of people build a load of muscle and lose a whole load of fat. Before I get started, only 89% of you actually subscribe to these videos. So if you're learning something or you find them valuable, hit the subscribe thing and your boy will be grateful. Now, why has your bulk failed again? Reason number one, this is off the cusp, guys, yeah? But I'm passionate about this because I've made every mistake possible. Before I even get into it, I've done the worst bulks ever. I've got fat. I've put olive oil in my shakes with Cocoa Pops. I've just done carb cycle to get lean and lost all my muscle. I've done it all wrong so many times and I finally got it right and I'm in a position to help you guys. Rule number one or mistake number one that I see is people go too hard too quick, okay? Now, you can only build so much muscle at a time, right? So if you're maintaining your body weight at 2,500 calories and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna go into a gaining phase, yeah? And you take your calories from 2,500 to 4,000 via pizza, Five Guys, McDonald's, and Serious Mass shoveling shakes that we all used to do. What do you think is going to happen to your body? You're going to gain a lot of body fat very quickly. The fatter you get, the quicker you have to end the bulk. The quicker you have to end the bulk and the fatter you get, the longer you have to cut for. The longer you have to cut for, the more muscle you'll lose. Don't come out the gate too quick. You maintain your body weight on 2,000 calories, 2,500, whatever it may be. Right, so we're going to add 250 calories to that, and then we're gonna creep them up over time. The goal is to gain around half a kilo of fat per week, okay? So if I'm eating 2,500 calories, I'm going 2,750. I'm going to train, I'm going to sit there for a few weeks. That's what I'm going to do. After a few weeks when my body weight stalls, right, I'm going to go 2,750 to 3,000. I'm going to sit there for a month. 3,250, sit there for a month. 3,500, sit there for a month. Suddenly 4, 5, 6 months go by, you've had a successful bulk where you're slowly increasing your body weight over time, but you haven't become a fat mess. And even that's too quick. I'd probably go like 200 calories a month, really. If you go from 2,500 to 4,000, it's over. You're going to get too fat too quick. Don't get too greedy too early. Building muscle takes time, okay? Push your calories up nice and slow. And that leads me to mistake number two. Can you even bulk in the first place? Take a good, honest look at yourself. If you cannot see your abs, you shouldn't be bulking. You probably need to get lean first. If you are fat or you don't have abs, you need to go into a fat loss phase. It's the first thing you need to do. From there, you then go from fat loss phase into maintenance phase, into a slow lean bulk, into a little bit more, into a little bit more. And you drive your calories up over time, over months. Too many people, they say, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to a bulk, I'm just gonna drive calories up, and they're already fat. What happens when a fat person drives calories up? They get even fatter. The fatter you get, the longer you have to cut for. The longer you have to cut for, the more muscle you lose. Use your brain. You need to be lean before you go into a bulk, and a lean bulk is the way forward. Lean bulk, not a dirty bulk. Dirty bulk, stupid, gain loads of body fat, shit physique. Lean bulk, build muscle over time, increase metabolic rate, set yourself up for success for your future dieting phase, all right? Mistake number three that I see, okay, 12-week bulks. How can you build loads of muscle in 12 weeks? Realistically, you probably can't, can you? You need to be in a 6 to 9 month to 1 year gaining phase. And to do that, you have to increase calories slowly, okay? You're not gonna build much muscle in 12 weeks. 95% of this channel are natural guys who don't play around with PEDs. They just wanna build a good physique. That's what we all want, right? We all wanna have a good physique so we look good on the beach. That's it. Probably 1% of you wanna be bodybuilders. After you start that, you realize you don't wanna be a bodybuilder. So, a 12-week bulk isn't the answer. The answer is to get yourself nice and lean first and then pull yourself into a slow lean bulk that takes 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. That is the only way you're gonna build muscle and get stronger over time. You cannot do it in 12 weeks. That also, whilst I'm here, leads me into mistake number 4 I see why all these bulks fail, is you go from bulk to cut straight away, from cut to bulk straight away. You don't go from 2,000 calories to 4,000 calories. Oh no, you hit the 12-week bang on, then you go 4,000 back to 2,000. What are you doing? 2,000 to 2,250, 2,250, 25, 2750, 3000. A year later, we're at 3,500. Now, it's time to go into a fat loss phase. What do we do from 3,500? First of all, we don't just hit a milestone in body weight. This is what I used to do. I used to want it to be 90 kilos. The second I hit 90 kilos, fat loss phase, let's go. Within 2 weeks, I'm 85 kilos again. You get to the end of your bulk, yeah? Whether it's been 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. You then go into a holding phase. Your calories are at 3,000 or 3,500. You say, right, I now need to solidify this body weight. So I'm gonna sit here at the same calories for the next 4 to 6 weeks until my body weight kind of becomes stable at 80 kilos, 90 kilos, whatever it may be. Once you've done that for about 6 to 8 weeks, you'll see you get a little bit leaner at the weight and you solidify your body weight. From there, right, that's my maintenance phase done. Now, as I've been eating 3,500 calories and I want to get lean, I've maintained this weight for 6 weeks now, I've solidified it, locked it in, owned it. My fat loss phase, from 3,500 calories, I'm going to 3,250 calories, and I'm going to increase cardio. That is enough to get the ball rolling. Yeah, a few weeks later, 3,250, 3,000, and a bit more cardio again. What happens when you do it this way, guys? First of all, you maintain all that muscle you've just spent so long building. You're going to get leaner on more calories. You're going to enjoy it more. You're going to have more success. You're going to keep your metabolism healthy, and you're going to end up way leaner with way more muscle, eating way more food. And then from there, you've set yourself up to go into another successful bulk. You then do it again, set yourself up to go into another successful cut. If you go 2,000 calories, bulk 12 weeks, 4,000 calories, cut for 8 weeks, 2,000 calories, bulk, you look the same after a year. You build muscle, gain fat, lose muscle, lose fat. Build muscle, gain fat, lose, and then 6 months later, you look the same. This is what I did for years and years and years. And last but not least, the fifth reason, the mistake I see people make, is just not focusing on the basics. Get your training dialed in, guys. Get your alcohol intake down. Focus on your sleep. Building muscle is simple. You increase body weight over time. You increase calories over time. And you increase strength over time. When all three of those drive up, you build muscle, okay? At the start of your bulk, you should have your numbers. What do you bench press or dumbbell press? What do you row? What do you chin up or pull up? What do you overhead press? What do you squat or hack squat? What do you deadlift or RDL? And what do you lunge with? Those are my numbers. What can we do for 6 reps, 8 reps, and 12 reps? 6 months later, if you've gained 10 kilos, all of those lifts should go up. If one day you did push-pull legs, then you did full body, then you're a CrossFitter, then you do a bit of high rocks because your mate does it, and then you're following his plan, then you follow their plan, you're just going to look the same. Drill the basics. Get good at pressing, get good at rowing, get good at overhead pressing, get good at squatting, get good at hinging. Simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate this stuff. To build muscle, you need to increase calories, increase strength across a certain number of lists, whilst increasing body weight. You do all three of those over months and months and months, then hold that body weight for a few weeks or a month, and then into a slow fat loss phase. That is how you make those long-lasting changes to your physique. Guys, if you want help with any of this stuff or you just want some tips, everything, I'm not an influencer, I am a full-time coach. Everything I do is in the link below. All I do is help guys like you build muscle and lose body fat. And if you don't want my help, if you could just subscribe, like, leave me a comment. Everything is read, everything is replied to. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.